Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video on Oracle Apex. Today in this video we will be discussing about master detail reports development and printing in Oracle Apex. We will have some sort of demo as well. And believe me, if you are already Oracle EBS technical consultant or technical guy, then it is really easy for you because you have already used XML Publisher, you have already designed layouts in Microsoft Word, so it is really easy. But even if you are not already comfortable or you haven't used XML Publisher, BI Publisher, Analytics, there are different naming conventions, but still it is really easy. So let's have a quick look what we are going to do today. This is how the report will look like, master detail report. Documents like purchase order, invoices, salary slips, you can design using these features. In this you need access to apex.oracle.com, which I am going to use. Downloading the desktop publisher, create emulation with, we will be using two tables, master and detail, with some sample data, and we will be creating reports using create query report, and then we will design layouts using Microsoft Word, and we will configure this inside Apex by calling the report from a button or a link inside the report, and we'll take the output as a PDF, or you can take in Excel or XML. There are different formats. In the practical, we are using a PO headers all and PO lines all. This naming convention is as EBS table names. So the scripts of this used during this video or demo will be uploaded in this link. I will show you the link as well, and I will share the link under the video. So let's have a demo. Quick demo, and I will show you how things work. Okay. Now let me show you exactly what I am talking about. Then you will have that sort of feeling that do you want to spend some time on this video or it is not required for you. Let's say this is my master detail page where I have POs header on the top and then lines below. And in the first I have multi-lines PO with sample data. It's duplicated again and again, maybe same items, I just put it over there, but objective was to bring the report to more than one pages. Okay, here I have just created this URL at the end. So if I will click this 1 2 3 4 PO to print, and here is the PDF, I will see the PDF. This is the PDF generated from this link with the logos, with header and lines, footer, with the username who generated and the timestamp, date stamp. Then we have a second page with the totals, some notes. You can have terms and conditions over there, and that's it. You can print or whatever, you can send email, up to you, right? This is how it is. Another way is this one was to use a link inside the table, inside the report, interactive report. But even you can call from a page. Let me show you the page. Let's say this is the PO, and if I will have this LPO I want to print, you can click here and it will generate the report, right? If you see here, this is report number 3 now, the same report, right? Okay, there is bit difference in these two different ways of calling this report. I will show you that one as well. Then in the home page I put it as a range, so you can have 1 3 4, and let me have this output as well. It is the same report, but I just template is same, and then if you see here, this is first LPO purchase order, and this is second, right, on the next page, third page, and footers, right? Okay, now let me show you how the settings will work. This is the Oracle Analytics Publisher. I downloaded this one. You can download 32-bit or 64-bit as per your operating system. I use this 64-bit and installed. Just you have to just install, but you have to close any application of Microsoft Office like Word or Excel. Anything is open, then it will not install. It will give you error. So on this is my community portal, erpstuff.com. So here you can come, and in the Oracle Apex section, you will have this topic where I am sharing all the scripts to create these tables, their triggers, everything is inside this code. This is for the lines, above was for header, sequences, anything required. Then I am sharing this link from where you can download this publisher, and here this sample layout is also attached for your reference Word file, right. This link I will share in the description of the video, because in the video you can't click even if it is there. Okay. This is how it is. Now let me take you to the development site. This is a simple application, nothing, just I created, and then you will go to shared components, and in the shared components you have these reports, two links. So let me show you first the report queries. Let's say for example I created this report. This is the report name. Then we have report layout, which I will design and attach over here. This is the outputs, right, from how I want to have this output. Even we can pass as a parameter which format do you want, let's say for this item, right. So if it will be derived from item, you can select here the item, otherwise it will be, you can select from here. This is the inline or attachment. I used attachment which will be downloaded as a PDF. If it is inline, it will show online in your browser, then later you have to download. This will be the URL of your report, which we will copy and integrate inside our pages or reports. Okay, this is the query SQL, right. Let me show you this one, and here we are using, let's say for example, because I am using from interactive report, there I am using the logic to have a global variable where I am passing the PO number, and I am using the same report or same query for others. So I use this NVL. So I am passing the PO4 number, PO number from the page. So this is a bit different. You can maybe create, you don't need to do this, because you will be creating only one report, maybe for from the interactive report or from the page. It is really up to you, but I am using just two in the. Then after any changes or creation, you have to click this set bind variables. So it will incorporate these bind variables inside your XML as well, right, and then apply. And the good thing is, inside one report you can have multiple reports. So even let's say for example, if you want to create master detail, first query can be master, another query can be detail. So you can have multiple queries over here, right. If you see here what I did in the master detail, I joined header and lines, right, and I am taking all the data, then I am grouping inside my publisher, desktop publisher in the Word, which we will see later. So this is one. Another way is, let's say for example, if you don't want to incorporate or have header inside the SQL query, then you can even use the instance items from your page. So you will pass, but this you can't pass from interactive report, right, but from a page you can pass, right. So it will take your session. For this you have to enable this session state. So once this enabled, then you can use this one. See, I am just using for test P4 currency, P4 vendor name, that's it. Okay, this is one. Let me show you quickly other report as well. This is my other report. Why I created this one? Because in this SQL I had this between, because I had to put range. It is same report I just copied, but here I am using between, right? And then I click this set bind variables and apply. That's it. Okay. Now, for example, if I am here, here you can test report to see the output even from here, or you can download XML from here. So if you will click here, it will download you the XML part. Let me quickly show you the XML. It has no data at the moment because we haven't submitted it. So this is the header. If you see, this is coming from session, and this again session variables. It will come the values from there, from the session, and then down you have these rows, right? I have already extracted. I will show you how to do that one. Okay. Now once you will register this one, you have SQL ready, you will download the XML part, right? Once downloaded, then you need Word. Sorry, I clicked Excel, my mistake. I need Word. It is here, sorry. Okay, once you will install, let me open as a blank, that publisher, it will come here as a menu. Click it, you will have these separate menu for this publisher. So let me show you quickly how we can do that one. Once you will download the XML, you will take sample XML, and let's say I have downloaded. So you will use this one, double click, it will say data loaded successfully. It is loaded, you can't see, of course you have to design the layout. Now you can click this table wizard, right? You click the table, next. If you see here, your all data is there in this row, right? And next, see your all fields over here. So what I will do, it is saying which field do you want to show in your report. I will select all, then I will remove header, I don't want this ID, then I don't want line ID, then I don't want, but else is okay, right? Then I will click next. Now here I will put grouping. By default, if you see here, you can have up to 3 groups. But what I will do, I will put only maybe purchase order in the group, right? Because I need grouping at purchase order level, right? So any new purchase order, a next report or next page, right? And next, right? I will not do sorting over here or anything, and click. It will create a layout for you automatically. Now what you have to do, if you see here on the top you got PO number. This is your header. But ideally there are other columns as well which should be. So now manually you can take from here, because since we have limitation of 4 over there, so I will do like this from here, Control X. I'm just giving you a way out. Today it's not this XML publisher training, so or session, so I am not going into, or I will not go into details, but at least a quick demo. I am not creating tables in the top header. You can create, you can format the way you want, up to you. See, okay, I'm just putting down here terms, right? PO date, I think now currency I have to put in the header. You can put here before this the titles, let's say PO number, this field will remain as it is, and then line number I will not touch. Let me now remove these columns from here, per column. Okay, just think this F which is shown in the start and this E at the end, this is loop inside this table. So I will take Control X, I will put before this line number, because I need to delete this first column as well. and here it goes. That's it. Then you can put on in the header the logos as you want, and this report is ready. Now to test it, you will just click the publisher and you can click the PDF. It will ask you to save as an RTF. Okay, I am just clicking as a sample 22, right? Maybe in this XML there was no data. So it will show you the data over here. You can keep running this report multiple times and then you can finalize the design. Once it is done, let us see why there is no data again. Let me try this. It should be there. Okay, excellent. Now it is showing over here, but my grouping is not shown over here. Let us see. Okay, this is my PO number. Okay, current group, PO number, data this, and properties. See, it is not into that. This is not that report data. Maybe it was downloaded somewhere else. This is not that one. Nothing to worry. Let us take the XML as well. What I will do, I will change this to XML, right, and apply, right. Now I will go to my application. I will click here and print, right. Now it is generated as an XML, right. Let me show you. So now it has the data. Now it should work. Okay, excellent. If you see here, now session parameters are there. If you see here, right, but it's okay. We are not using at the moment these ones. Even you can have these in the header from the session parameters from the page, and the lines should be from the query. Okay, now let us see where it is saved. Control J, it is in my, let me see, download, right. So I will change this online this, right, just to differentiate it. Now I will upload it here because that data online this one. Now let's see. If not, it will not show the data. We will generate it again. Okay, excellent. See the data now. It is there, right? All this there. Then you can have these field titles, or you can move them to tables. Up to you, right? And these are the lines, right? That's it. You can put footers. You can have these alignments. Okay. Once you are comfortable with your designing of this template, you will save this as an RTF. That's it. Then go to shared components of your application and go down and click the report layout, right. Here you will click create, name columns RTF. Next, here you will select that RTF report, not this XML, RTF like this. You will click here and then name it here, whatever you name, and create. It will create a layout like this. If you will click now, you can see you can download from here, but you cannot update existing uploaded template. So what we will do, you will download it. Let me show you how I had designed it. So this is this is how I designed. I have the tables in the header, the bottom, lines, and this code, this is a page break, right. I will put it in the topic as well. So you can take from here, or even I uploaded this template, so you can take from here. So in the loop, after every purchase order, When purchase order will finish, it will take the next page, right? And then we have the footer. Okay, what I did, let me show you just one thing. It might, okay, this one was my latest query. So, in the footer you can't place these fields like here in the above like this one. So, what you will do, you will double click those session parameters and you will take code like this and will paste in the footer. See here, this is username, session parameter, and this is date. It is coming from session, right? Okay. So, this is how the template is there. Close. I am closing this as well. So, once you will upload here, you will come here to the report definition, query, report queries, and you will change your report layout here, right? That's it. It is attached. Now, you will take this URL. Let me show you now here, and we will move to our application pages. So, let us say for example, this is my home page. Let me show you how I did it over here. I created two fields from 2, where I am passing the header ID to the query, not the PO number, because this is characters with different, I mean, I prefixed few characters and then numbers. Okay, this is just a simple button with submit page. If let me show you, nothing special in it, just, and then I went to branches, create a branch. I created this branch, named it as a print, and in the page just click URL and then paste that URL over here. It will automatically make it page 0 if you will click here, or you can say page in this application 0, and you will copy this print report is equal to the report name that is there in that URL, right, at the end. Up to you, the way you want. Both options are there. Once this is done, voila, what else? See, I will just run it and just submit, right? Straightforward. Okay. For the other reports, let me show you what I did over there. I created this one is master detail interactive report. Here the problem is you can't use session parameters for this PO number. Let us say P4 underscore this. So, what I did, I created one global item. Let me show you where it is, or where you create the global item which you can access inside your application. So, you will go to shared components and application items, and here you have this GPO number, right, and checksum required session level. That is it. By default it will be restricted, so then it will not work, right. Okay, just create this one. This is just a variable as a global variable, and now when we will go to that interactive this one report, let me show you what I did over there. Here you don't need branches, you will create a column. It's a dummy column, I will say. If you see, let me show you, see null as a print. Then click this and make type to link, right, come down, and this is that link 0, and then in the request it will take this one, that report name, print report equal to JS report, right. Here I did just one change. I am assigning to this global item or variable value of PO number, which I am passing over here. Then in the query I am using this as a parameter. Yeah. So, this is how I played with it with the interactive report. and then you can just run straightforward. This is for all LPOs, whichever LPO is the current line, it will print that one because it is passing that as a parameter. Okay, let me show you what I did on a page. So on the entry page, here I have this print PO button, same, no change, just submit page. Here you need, on the pages you need to have a branch. Here I put it print PO and again the same URL, right. Here you don't need it as an parameter, I was just putting it there because here it will use the session parameter, right. And then if you go down, it is there, this print request, and that's it. You will save it. Another thing what I did for this branch, I have made it conditional that when button pressed, print PO. So when only print PO is pressed, it should print the report, right. Okay. So what I can say, you have different ways to develop these reports. It depends on your logic, it depends on your requirement, it depends on your structure of your data, but to be straightforward, you can generate these reports very easily. So here see, data is not there, so you have to come from here, from this report, and then once you will click, it will show you the page. I am just showing the header, I am not showing here anything else, and here I am just showing the lines, nothing else, right. So you will click here, print PO, it should print. This is just a dummy field, I don't know why I was creating it, so it is not there. So this is the PO header from here. See, now this is generating as an XML. So if this is required to design your layout, right. So once done, you will go to the report, go to shared components and come down, query this one and PDF. That's it. See here how easy it is. So let me show you one more thing. Let's say you don't want to join header and lines like this. You can have header first SQL passing the parameter of purchase order or document number, whatever it is. Then you can create the second query where you will have the lines. Again you will have the parameter passing that your document number or purchase order number, whatever. Click set bind variables. So you will have two SQLs. Once you will generate XML, you will have two different queries over there, two different sources of rows. You can incorporate in your layout. That's it. And these are the session parameters which you can even use as your header. So let's say for example, if you want to add more, you can click here, right. So see, it will show you with the page number. Wow. See, so it is showing you here. You will need to add, otherwise you can't use them. Yeah. So and for these session state items, you need to enable it. If this is not enabled, you can't use it. You have to enable, and then you can add over here, right. I think things are clear now. I hope I haven't missed anything, and if I missed or any question is there, please do ask under the video or under the topic at erpstuff.com. I would love to answer or assist you in order to achieve it and to generate such reports. I think this is all, right. Just to quickly show you which version I am using it. I think it is here, right. Yeah, 21.2, right? Compatibility mode is there. Okay, you can check from here. This is online apex.oracle.com, right? 21.2.0. Yes. So, just to summarize or recap, uh, this is master detail report using XML publisher, and please note the XML publisher inside your EBS will not be sufficient, because that is not for this purpose. That is only for EBS. Inside for EBS, it might need, or you need a separate license for this. If you are using Oracle Autonomous Database, then you will have analytics on cloud. What you will have to do, let me show you where you have to incorporate that part. You will go to shared components, and you will come to this application definition attributes from here, or you can add it from here, and then at the right side you will have the report printing, right. Here I am using Oracle instance setting, which are by default by apex.oracle.com. Otherwise, if you have your own server, native will not generate this master because XML publisher report. So, you need this remote print server, or you need this instance if you have defined an instance. Here I do not have instance access because this is apex.oracle.com. You have limited access to the instance settings. So, here you will have this print server, which you, if you are on the cloud, then you will have to define over here your remote print servers. Then you, if you have authentication, then whatever is there you have to select over here, right. You will define your credentials, and that's it. Then it will work. Add remote server, print server, then you can play with this. So, if you think you need any session or any video on this publisher report designing in Microsoft Word, please please share with me in the comment section, so then I will be working on it. Otherwise, I believe you are very comfortable with this training or this video itself, and that's it. I think I have tried to cover most part of this. Try to clear your concepts, and for more details I will be sharing this over here in my community portal erpstuff.com, where you can, I mean, by the way, let me show you here quickly forums part. Here we have different forums, Oracle EBS, then we have Oracle Apex, different. You can join, it's a free community forum, and in the Apex you will be able to see this master detail report using this, and then inside this you can find the files, the scripts, download links for the desktop publisher, and I believe once you will have all this, it will be straightforward, right. Thank you very much, and thanks for the time. Allah Hafiz.